Good afternoon, guys. Hope everybody's well. Today is the 10th of November. It's Friday, end of the week. Extremely strong and good week, and end of a good week as well today on all the three indices. NASDAQ up 276 points. Very, very bullish sign. Look at the day as it progressed. Started out small, had a very strong move up, and then just absolutely very good finish. Very strong finish on the NASDAQ. On the daily chart, it actually has gone over a couple of the levels that I had been looking for it to move to. So I'm looking forward to next week as well. Right now, it's bullish, so I'm not taking any other position as well. I'm not expecting a downturn. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just playing the market as I see it right now. S&P 500 also up 67 points, 1.56%, also moving out of a key level that I had hoped for it by the beginning of the week, as you can see. And then the Dow Jones Industrial Average also very strong, 390 points up 1.15%, right at the level. So it actually had done okay, but off the three, I think the NASDAQ is supremely strong. I like it. One of the stocks that came up on my radar is a company called Copart. I don't know if you guys have looked at it. The ticker symbol is CPRT. Let's do our five-step analysis. Earnings are in 12 days. See why is it that it is actually shown up. So we start always with the fundamentals and financials on an extremely long-term basis from about $1.45 billion, growing at about 20 teens, growth slowed down dramatically till 2020, then picked up again and then slowed down now last 2 years as well, it seems. So, or last year, 2023, it's actually on track to be at a 10% growth rate, which is small, but look at this. Pre-tax income is nearly 50%. So this is doing almost a 45, 50%, almost 50%, you would say, yeah, roughly a little less than 50%, 45% gross profit, and then net income at nearly 50%, 40%. This is ridiculous, 35% net income. Very, very profitable company, very strong in terms of its performance. And if you look on a quarterly basis, oh, there you go. Revenue has started to tick back up again. It was in the 10s, now it's moving up in the 12s again, and expected to do 3.87 billion and a market cap of roughly about 46 billion. So that's rich. That's 12 times. That's kind of rich. Margins are good, which is probably the reason why. Let's make sure I don't have a lot of debt. Yeah, 3.6 billion in total assets. Not a lot of debt. Net debt is negative, so that's a good sign. I like it. I like it so far. No yellow flags per se. If you look at the overall, the valuation is 12 times because of very, very strong net margins. Look at that net margin, 34%. Gross margins of 45%, net margins of 34%. This company is just taking cash and putting it into the profitable box. This company actually, what they do is they buy auctions online and then they remarket it. They also rip apart. So they're a car shop that rips apart cards and doing very, very well on an extremely long-term basis. Now let's go to the technicals. Oh, wow, this is a beautiful chart. So starting very, very low, but really beautiful chart. Very, very well executed. This is a consistently good performing company. Has gotten a little bit of a miss that it did from the 2021 timeframe, December all the way to the September timeframe, but then grown back up again very strong. So on the longer term, I really like this so far. This looks like a good point. It's done a little bit of consolidation. Where it is right now is in an extremely long term. It is on the ascending. So this is stage one from January, I would say January 22 all the way until December 22, one whole year. They were pretty much in stage number one, trying to form a base, build a good base, and then very strong stage number two growth. Again, building a base, and now a strong stage number one, stage number two again. Going on to the weekly chart, there you go. It's actually done a very beautiful not even earnings gap, just a strong move up. And if you look at the performance of the stock and the personality of the stock, tends to make small moves. So this is unusual. This kind of a move here is similar to what you saw over here, but that was probably because of earnings. This is a before earnings move, so very strong move up on 2 consecutive days. Not seen so far that much of a big move, but this is a good sign. Going up so much, so high, 4% in a day, that's rare, and it's done that 2 days in a row. Reason why, and it's hitting a new high. So there's no particular short-term resistance for it. Good support. Probably move the support from 42 up a little bit, at least to the 30, 43 zone. If it does do a little bit of a test back, to be able to do a retest. It might test somewhere. Just look at it. When it does a new high, it retests down to about, I would say, from 44 to 42 is about 5% retest. So if you do a 5% retest, you're probably going to expect about 46, 47 zone, somewhere in this zone, the new high zone. So you would expect it to be able to test the 46 zone and then move back up again. That's one of the weekly. And the weekly, it's just broken through this resistance, the 46.81 resistance, 47 resistance zone. Look at the zone. This is a zone that is moved up in. So I like the chart so far. It's really, really good. Long term, as I said, it's moving very, very well. Gone through a couple of resistances here. If you want to be able to see that, just to be able to show you that. Look at that. There was a bunch of resistance over here in this 47, 46 zone. It's moved past that. That's a very good sign. And it's been consistently moving up and to the right, even through this kind of a challenging, choppy market. If you want to adjust it down, I would say there's good amount of support for it, worst case in the 42 zone, but I don't think it's going to get there. There's enough support for it even in the 45 zone. So my suspicion is over the next few days, watch the stock, might move a little bit up because it does have a little bit of a good move left on it, but then it might come back and retest the 47, maybe even just retest the 45, 46 zone, but move back up again. Strong financials, earnings are in 12 days, extremely good stock performance, and I really like this company. Keep it on your watch list and probably take a trade on it. Thank you very much for watching and subscribe to the channel.